the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast, episode 295. On this show, we showcase gun reviews, gear, and anything else a gun enthusiast may be looking for. We strive to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. In this show, we will be discussing comps, pistols, CZ Scorpion parts, and another butthurt iTunes review. I'm your host, Chad Wallace, and with me tonight are Tony, Zane, and Rob. And what did you guys do in firearms? Nothing.
Oh, hey, I was muted. I did. I taught a security, armed security requalification course. I think I had 5 or 6 in that class. So that was interesting. I got to shoot a little bit myself. So that was fun. And we held our annual Friends of NRA banquet last weekend down here. So that's cool.
Yeah. Tony, Rob? I'm guessing I know what Rob did, which was probably nothing.
Are you guys talking to me? I'm sorry. I'm drooling over this Max Michel 1911 that Tony told me about.
I'm hoping one hands up at the end of the year.
I'm just like, ooh, this is pretty.
Well, this is what Rob did in firearms. Was he looked at...
actually, yeah, we had our Friends of NRA banquet on Friday, and it was kind of good, kind of bad. Attendance was down, but it was the first one since Jeff passed away, so we're kind of, I guess, in recovery year because new committee chairs, which are already thinking about retiring and suckering me into doing the committee chair, which I don't want to do. But yeah, we did that, and then I'm gearing up because if anybody knows, this week they're doing the Mag 40 class in Live Oak, Florida, and I'll be headed up there tomorrow for that class.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to that. Nice report next week.
That's a full week-long class, isn't it?
Wednesday through Saturday, 4 10-hour days.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And you know, once you're an alumni in Mag 40, you can go ahead and take their Mag 80 class.
Yep.
They do that, once every 2 years or once?
Yeah, I got an email about that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they teach at the Mag 80, but I'm figuring it should be interesting because there's not a lot of people and the guy has 50 years of information that he can dump into you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
So yeah, it should be interesting. Okay, so what I did was I took the bull by the horns and ran with it, and I went to the range with the Ruger SR22 4.5-inch barrel, and I started putting range time on it, trigger time on it, shooting different loads for the review that will be doing on it. I just wanted to get some recent trigger time because I've had the thing for 3-4 years now, and I've never done a review on it. And I haven't seen a lot of reviews on the 4.5-inch. So I'm going to do one and post it up on Firearms Insider.
.tv.
Dramatic pause. Shut up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I actually got out to the range last night. So, I shot some low light, some dark light, stuff like that.
Why it had to be dark races?
Because I had to try out that camera they sent me.
Oh, nice. I forgot.
The Psionics?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
Nice. And yeah. So that's
really
why.
For night vision, but I told Chad, I don't like it on the rifle. I can't recommend it for that.
Yeah, and sometime Rob and I or both of us or something will have some sort of review here in the future.
Well, I told Chad I'm ready to write a review, but he said hold off on it. So I said, okay, I'll hold off.
Yeah, so that's what I did. And not too exciting, but it was worthwhile. So I guess we'll get into the announcements. Bandwidth sponsors, our buddies at Patriot Patch Co. They're doing cool stuff. Lots of new patches for pre-order. Some are old, some are new. Go check out the Patch of the Month Club because the Count Draco one for this month is pretty cool. Sign up, get all the cool patches. Check out gunstreamer.com for firearms videos if you want. And if you're shopping Amazon, use our affiliate link at firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. And I think Rob's disclaimer may actually hold truth today.
Yes. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual co-hosts and do not reflect the official policy or position of the Firearms Radio Network and or their employers. This is definitely not legal advice, nor should it be considered as such. These are our opinions, people. Viewer discretion is advised. This is especially true on live shows. And now, since we ain't got no reviews this week, we're going to talk about the Strike Industries Mass Driver comp. Ooh, yeah, Count Draco patches. I got mine. That's a cool little patch.
Yeah, I'm holding the Count Draco patch
Yeah,
up
yeah,
to
yeah.
the
You
camera.
want me to hold it up too?
Well, you're a day late and a
Ooh.
dollar short. You could have been doing this when you
Yeah, you
announced
should have
it,
been
but,
doing
you
it,
know.
Chad.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so like Rob said, the Strike Industries Mass Driver Comp MSRP is $89.95, so pretty good deal. I put this in the show notes for two reasons. One, it's new. Okay, two, maybe a few more. Three, four. Hey, it's kind of odd looking, but biggest thing is you don't need a threaded barrel to attach this for this price. It supposedly is the same width as your standard Glock slide. No special holster needed if it's open holsters. It has a counter recoil design. So as the slide moves back, the comp pushes forward to reduce some of the felt recoil. It also eliminates the need for threaded barrels, so it makes it 50 state legal, they say. No snag profile, CNC machined, no permanent modifications of the weapon required. So, what it does is, besides what it says it does for being a compensator, it comes with a recoil spring guide rod assembly, a fitment washer, and the guide rod head and the spring, of course. And it mounts through the compensator to the recoil. I guess it would be rod, whatever they would. So that's how I'm pretty sure that's how they get away with not running it on a threaded barrel, which I'm intrigued by. You can, it works. It comes in two different models. You can get it for the G19 or G17. The reason there's a difference is because of the guide rod length has to be specific to whichever one you would like. It says it offers close to stock cyclic speeds, reduces reciprocating mass. Basically, it's a compensator that is designed so it reduces recoil and you don't need a threaded barrel, which is what I liked about it. Plus the price is right. It's what, $90? It is only available from Primary Arms, but last time I checked, I think they were like $10 cheaper there, even though that's the only place you can get them. I think they were looking at them for $79.99 or something. I clicked on their page, but it tells me I'm waiting, so I don't know if we'll get to that or not yet. You guys are so big on compensators. What do you guys think?
I think it's interesting design, especially for those folks who live in states where you can't have threaded barrels, Tony. So that's kind of neat. I don't have much experience with comps on pistols though, so other than that, I can't really speak on it. But it's definitely interesting.
The comps on pistols actually make a difference in my experience.
Yeah, from what I understand, the hotter the ammo is you shoot, the better it actually works too. So you can get away with shooting some pretty stout loads, and it's bringing it back down to where it needs to be. But
yes,
like I said, I don't have a ton of experience shooting them. I think it's just mostly interesting for folks that can't have threaded barrels. They finally have a better option than what was out there before.
And exactly,
exactly,
and the price is cheaper than a lot of screw-on comps.
I'll be honest, of all the stuff I've seen for a Glock, this actually looks like it might work.
And that's where I'm at with it. It looks like it might work. It looks really cool, though. So if it doesn't hurt, if it doesn't stop anything with the performance, degrade the performance in any way, and I'm really, it's mostly full range guns. I mean, this is not.
Yeah, I was thinking this be for like competition shooting, or maybe just like you said, plinking, because I couldn't imagine carrying this.
Well,
Yeah, and
I know a lot of
Why?
people that carry comped guns.
yeah.
Because
But
it's the long part and it doesn't matter.
Well,
well,
it's not
the
even that.
the other thing about performance you want to look for is a lot of times when you start comping guns, you start to have to shoot hotter loads. So your 115 white box may cause this thing to have. It may not either, but it's just something to be aware of before you go out and purchase this. If you're used to shooting nothing but Tula, you may run into issues with that. But you may not. I don't know. That's just something to be
Yeah,
aware of with comps in general.
that's what I've heard too. Pretty much, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to shoot hotter loads for it to actually show a difference in your recoil. Supposedly, again, I don't do a lot of it, but I mean, $89, dude. You can try something out. I mean, that's what it really comes down to: is trying different things out. I don't think it's necessary, obviously, because you should, be able to practice recoil management anyway. But why the heck not? I mean, people strap all kinds of stuff to their guns anyway. I have no problem with using one of these. And again, it looks cool. And that's one of the most important aspects of firearms ownership.
Exactly. If you're
Yeah.
not doing it for the gram, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, one thing I noticed is that they say on their website that it's out of stock, so you have to register and they'll send you an email, I guess, when it gets back in stock.
Well, I
But-
think the reason is because
They're
they're
at-
not. It's exclusively through Primary Arms, so you
Yeah.
have to go there to see if it's out of stock.
Now, what is this finish, dude? I'm looking for it. I see how it's machined. I see the contours. Like, remember, I'm getting this so it looks cool. I mean, is it going to be like ashy as I don't know what? Because you can match a color up easy.
It's
Mm.
okay on the Primary Arms site. They say it's a tough manganese phosphate finish. So,
So it's
You
going to
know-
be that
Ooh.
ashy black
yep.
that won't match your Glock.
That won't match anything.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Because that's basically parkerizing, black parkerizing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh,
You know-
yeah.
I'm just thinking here. This is available for all gens other than one, correct? If I remember correctly.
I heard it was Gen 3 only.
I thought
Oh,
it said
yes.
Compact Gen
It's
3
Gen
Glock 19.
It's Gen
Okay.
3 only.
It must
Yes.
something else I was thinking of then. Never mind. I was gonna say I actually need a new recoil spring in my 17, so I might look into this. But it's a Gen 4.
Yeah, see, I got a Gen 2. I think my 34 is a Gen 3.
But of
So-
course they don't
Yeah,
make
but
it for
that's not-
34.
Of course.
Yes, for
17 or 19. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
hey, Primary Arms has a giveaway for Primary Arms has a giveaway for Glock 34 race gun.
Well, you better enter it, Tony. Maybe you'll win.
Oh, you know I'm going to, because free 99 is my favorite price.
Yeah. Well, geez, I'm like free 97 or something then.
I don't even know what that means. Seriously, with the dad jokes.
He likes free stuff.
So is Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
make one for a Gen 4, and I'll get it
I'm
Well,
guessing
they'll
they
probably come
will.
along. Which I wonder why they started with Gen 3.
because
If
it's the
that's-
most prevalent.
Yeah,
And that's
pretty
where
much.
that's where your biggest aftermarket is, and that's what all the Poly
Well,
80s are based on too. The
Right.
Gen 3
Yep.
parts. So
Gen 3 parts.
And the
Yep.
other thing is that's one of the Glocks they could have in California.
Whoa.
true that.
I'm looking at their Glock build for Primary Arms. Sorry. They didn't undercut the trigger at all. It still has a stock trigger. I mean, stock trigger housing. Like, it's not undercut even a little bit, though.
That's a
Okay.
failure.
Go to the Primary Arms website. You can get it for $79.
Yep.
Either one
Yep.
for the
Yep.
17 or the 19.
And that's the only place you can get it, I guess. So that's where you have to go to get it. So I guess I figured this would be a quick show, which, unless Rob has more to add on that.
I think. Okay, I'm really intrigued with this thing. It looks like a really cool idea.
He has
I
to
mean,
be.
this is
He
just
used a
not
big
like-
word. He used a big word like intrigue. So, yeah, he's got to be intrigued.
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, most of the stuff you buy for a Glocker that's out there is just crap that you bolt onto it. Ooh, it's pink or purple or whatever the hell. You know, and a lot of the sights you buy for Glocks aren't worth the crap they're made out of,
Do you want me to hit him
100%.
up?
What?
Yeah. Hit him up.
See,
I mean, I
I've
don't
got
have
a bunch
Gen
of
3.
Glocks. I don't even know if I have a third gen Glock.
See, yeah,
You got a
I'll
Paul
send it
M80,
to-
don't you?
I don't know if I don't know
Yeah,
if
somewhere.
that's a Gen 3.
All right,
Paul
that's Gen
M80s are
3, bro.
based on Gen 3. Yep.
Really, and I can't imagine it'd be that much difference for them to make it for a Gen 4 or a Gen 5 or one of the
A-
other generations.
2
But,
through 4, I wouldn't think. I know
No.
4's got a little different something or other because, like,
Well, in
Adam's
Gen 4
arms
is when they
Glock
started
slides.
the Gen 4 is where they changed the Gen 4 and the Gen 5 recoil assemblies are
Yeah.
more alike than the
Isn't that
3
the
and the
double
4, I
spring?
believe. Yeah.
where they got the double piston spring thing.
Something like I have one Gen
There,
3 Glock.
yeah.
Yeah, they have double pistol spring, and I take it back. They do have an undercut on the primary arms giveaway pistol. I was reading the many things they have going on with that. So I apologize. I was
Okay.
Yeah, quit distracting our listeners, Tony.
Oh, come
Way
on.
to go.
They don't
Uh,
have to listen to this show too, do they?
No.
Well, I think they listen because they like us.
Oh,
I
All
don't
okay.
5 of them.
I mean, right now it's 6 of them, so hey, one's
All
probably
right.
one's probably Tony though.
Yes, it is.
We have diehard fans.
So now we'll get into the Magpul CZ Scorpion parts. As you could probably guess, Magpul's bringing out CZ Scorpion parts. MSRP on their parts are $19.95 to $24.95, so they're super expensive. First up is the one that everybody wants, and that is the 35 round EV9 mags for a price of $19.95. If you've used any of the Magpul magazines, you probably know that these are probably going to work just as good as every other magazine on the market. Hopefully
And-
they don't have any problems.
And I was gonna say, if
Go
they
ahead.
don't, Magpul did have a run of magazines that did not work, and they came straight out and they're like, "Hey,
Yes,
look,
their
we effed up. We screwed these up. That's our bad. We fixed them."
Yeah, Magpul's
if
good
they
at
do mess up, they own it. So there's
Yeah.
that.
Oh, Magpul's they're good. They got great customer service.
Well, unlike they did with the first Glock mags they made, the first run or whatever,
Mhm.
they came out and said, "Hey, these have a problem. We'll fix them. We'll give you new ones. Whatever they did."
We done messed up.
And
Yeah.
I have a ton of the Glock Magpul mags.
Oh God, they
I-
were great.
and
Yeah.
I have had
I mean-
zero problems with them,
Unlike some other third-party magazines that I can't get to feed jack squat through.
like ETS. Oh, did I say that?
Yeah,
I mean,
we
my
need to
God.
say that. I
Yeah.
hate when people know something and then won't say it on a podcast because you got to be in the know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I haven't had very good luck with the ETS 30 round mags. So
I'm limiting my Glock mags to either Glock mags or Magpul mags. Other than that, I
That's
don't touch
that's exactly where I'm at, Rob. It's either Magpul or Glock, and I carry
Or-
OEM Glock mags, but at this point, I would be comfortable with carrying the mag,
I mean-
at least the ones I have, because I've run them through 3 or 4
Mhm.
at least full day classes at this point with zero problems. So I trust
yeah, I
Magpul mags.
yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
I actually had to switch over to Magpul mags because using the Glock 19, my whole hand does not fit on it when it uses original Glock mags, and
Mhm.
that extra little lip actually allows me to get a full grip on the on my Glock 19 when I use a Magpul mag, and I've run them through multiple day classes. The Pincus class when I went to St. Louis with Kevin Dixie and ran it through his class, and I'm talking just rounds after rounds.
Now, one thing about those +2 base extensions,
Yeah, because you bought Pierce.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't buy those. I bought the El Cheapo kind. They're now collecting
The-
dust in the bottom of my.
Yeah, you
crap
got to
bin.
buy like the good aluminum ones if you want plus
those were
anything
the
mag
El Cheapo
extensions.
plastic ones because I was running them in a indoor pistol league, and the magazine ejected, hit the floor, and the floor plate sprung up, all rounds popped out of it.
Well, Tony
Freaking
had
mess.
some, and we're like, Tony, those are crap, and he was playing with them, hadn't even used them yet. The base plate broke.
Boom.
And-
No, this was
Like-
the base plate just shot off of it. It's like holy.
No,
crap.
we were here. We were here
Oh,
pre-show.
yeah, literally pre-show. And Tony's like, "Hey, check these +2s or whatever he got." And we're like, "Oh, they're gonna have problems with those." Next thing he
Oh dear
knows,
God.
10 minutes later, he already broke it and hadn't even used it yet.
How's
Yeah,
this? It was
I've
less
definitely broken
expensive. it was less expensive for me to just go ahead and buy brand new compliant mags from Magpul than keep dealing with like the Pierce grip extension.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch those.
Okay.
So,
Well,
anyways,
now we're done with magazines for those. We're gonna head on to. They're also making a rifle pistol grip for it. So basically, your pistol grip. It is their Evo grip. So, I guess what does that mean? Does it have storage or not?
Does it
Does
take
not.
lock mags?
No, it does. It's a CZ Scorpion. It takes Evo mags. Duh. Uh, so basically, it's just a different pistol grip for your CZ Scorpion. Those are $24.95, so about costs of any other pistol grip that Magpul
And they also
makes.
have their enhanced CZ Scorpion Evo 3 mag release. And all of these things can be had in any finish you want as long as you want black.
No, this is Magpul Black, and
Oh,
Ryan Cross probably will buy 5 of all of them.
and he doesn't even own a Scorpion
Yeah,
yet.
that's what I was going to say.
They'll pretty soon the company he works for will probably start
No,
making them
hey,
because
Chad,
he's like, hey, I need one.
Hey, Chad, if you open up the actual page for the Evo grip, it's got a solid plate on the bottom of the pistol grip, so I'm going to assume there's a molded plate at the bottom, so
Yeah,
I'm going to
that's
assume no storage.
that's what I saw too. I mean, when I clicked on it, but of course that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that which means here in 3 months they're come out with one with storage. So
Hey guys, I want to know something because I was
something?
checking it out. Shut your mouth. Just shut your hole. Um,
No.
When it comes to mags, AR mags, we're always told never to load them up to full capacity, right? That you could have a problem with it, loading it on a closed bolt. Is that the same thing that happens with Scorpions? Like you can't load that 30 round mag that comes with it to full capacity and you'll have a problem loading and stripping rounds off?
I don't know the answer to that. I do know
All
I
right.
load AR mags to 30 though.
yeah,
Yeah.
You,
So,
yeah.
yeah, you just bragging now. So, I just look at it like, hey, if that's the case, this 32 round mags will allow you to load it all the way to 30. You know what I'm saying? And if you can load it to 32, so be it. I mean, I just live in Jersey where I can't actually buy the magazine without having a gun.
I'm surprised you can even look at the magazines.
Yeah,
True.
I lied. I got my GPS set up out of state, so my computer thinks I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
That's the only way I
Okay.
can look at it.
Yeah.
The mag release looks, decent, like larger, and so who knows? I don't have a Scorpion Evo, so, but they look like decent, usable parts. Next up is an actual pistol that we're going to talk about. Because everybody else is doing it, Canik decided they needed to get on the subcompact line of pistols with the TP90 Leat Subcompact.
Did it take them
MSRP,
2 years to design the magazine? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
maybe. But they just don't say that.
Oh.
MSRP is $429.99. It's 9mm. The imported version has a tungsten slide looking. It's not real tungsten. It'd be way too heavy. It's 12 or 15 plus 1 rounds, so flush fit overextended. Barrels 3.6 inches, 6.7 inches long, 4.6 high. It says it's 1.45 inches wide and it weighs just under 25 ounces unloaded. It does come with small and large interchangeable back straps. It's got a blacked out rear sight and a phosphorus front white dot sight, so I'm assuming that glows if you hit it with light. It does have a micro red dot interface on it. So see, Zane, they did it right, which means you can put different red dot sights on it. Front slide serrations, reversible mag release, not ambi, but reversible. Standard pick rail on the front for lights. Nitride coated barrel. Nitride everywhere, it looks like. Comes with 2 mags, the 2 we talked about. Hey, doesn't it come with a holster? Yes, it does.
Yep, it does.
Interesting.
Which, and it looks like a halfway decent Kydex holster. That's my opinion.
It's probably injection molded, not Kydex.
Yeah,
It probably is.
It's not Kydex. From everything I saw, they said it feels a little different than Kydex, but whatever.
So, yeah, I think it's probably injection molded, like our Zane buddy said. I don't know. It's another subcompact pistol, which is nice to have. It looks okay to me. I'd like to shoot one to see how well it shoots.
So didn't Canik have some quality control issues a while back?
They did with the first one.
Did they get those? I haven't heard much about out of Canik in a while. Do we know if they've got their
Canik's killing it, dude. They're killing it with everything they're doing.
They did. It was the first imported one that they had problems with.
That single action gun that for some reason had a decocker on it.
Yes,
I think
that was the one that had
with
problems. Well, it should if it needed a decocker on a single action.
All right, here's what it was. Because everybody jumped on them because most people don't know a dang thing if it ain't a Glock or a Colt. The Canik was a freaking just straight up copy.
Personally attacked by that.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh, where'd Chad
got
go?
a revolver. What? We don't need him. So, what happened is Canik is a direct copy of a Walther P99. Most people wouldn't know what one was unless it did them. It was a service pistol that didn't sell well here.
Hey, Tony, can you stop for a second?
All right, go ahead.
Go back to the beginning of that thought because I cut out and I literally dropped out, and so it didn't record anything you said.
Oh, okay. It was the greatest bit of podcasting ever heard, and you guys didn't get to hear it. So I'm going to try to recreate it.
Unless they're watching it live.
Yeah, only those guys.
They would have
We'll
saw
start
it
with the whoop. Chad just dropped out.
Okay, so anyway, a lot of people didn't know where Canik came from. Canik is just a copy of the Walther P99 service pistol. So it had everything the Walther P99 had. So when they started selling it for really like $250, $270, it was really low. People started buying it. Canik sent out a crap ton of them to everybody on the internet, and they were like, look, this has this stupid decocker. And I'm like, well, it's a clone of something that has a stupid decocker. It's just you idiots have never freaking reviewed one of those. So they poo-pooed over it and said it didn't work. And Canik, unlike a lot of companies, actually listened to their customers and got rid of that thing eventually.
Well, they had to change the operating system because the original one was not single action only, correct? The original design. Now, is Canik, are they either owned or sister companies with Century? Am I losing my mind? Because I
don't know who imports
Yeah, you won't
them
miss
now.
it.
I think it's I want to say they have something to do with Century Arms.
I don't know about them having anything to do with Century Arms. Wait a minute, hold on. Yes. Century Arms was importing them because that was my first conversation, because Century said that they wouldn't send them to Jersey even when they had 15-round magazines.
Okay.
And I got into a discussion with the guy at NRA about why would you not send your firearms where they have over 1 million gun owners if the thing has 15 rounds. So anyway, so Canik has been making stuff, and they've been making it at a low price. They have really cool colors. I think their tungsten is what everybody else calls titanium or something like that.
It's Cerakote, some shiny gray color.
So, and the cool thing about these TP9 Elites is they take the mags of the other TP9 Elite series. So you can still put those in. And the cool thing about the holster is it works with the other TP9s, all of them, the entire line.
So is it a better holster than the XDs used to come with?
I look at it this way. Probably. But it's a holster. You know what I mean? Everything's in that one box. Now I'm looking at it right now, and it's on sale for like $379 with everything that comes in that box. Holster that you could use inside or outside the waistband. So everything is there. Canik also has another series of their pistol that just comes with like the magazines, no holster. So this can either be, you can use the holster from this thing. You know what I mean? So you can pick up a used TP9 and use the same holster for both as inside or outside the waistband.
Nice.
Now, that's a cool idea to make it reversible where you can flop it inside or outside.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a great holster, but it locks in on the trigger housing.
Hmm.
My,
So
my,
I was, go ahead.
my
And
guess
there's
is it's probably designed, just to kind of hold the gun at the
mhm.
range. I probably wouldn't carry the gun in it like for like concealed carries. I
Well,
mean, and I haven't seen what the holster looks like because I can't open the page for some reason.
Right.
But usually the holsters that come with guns will do you just fine for the range. And that's kind of where I
Well, it
would be
also
at
has
with that.
It has a tension device, so you
yeah, I
can
noticed
cramp
that.
that sucker down as much as you want. I say if you get one, dude. Look, it could work if you want to carry it, but by the time you carry it and actually want to depend your life on it, you should know whether the thing holds the pistol or not. Turn it upside down and shake it, of course, after you make sure it's empty. And
It's
make
not a
sure it does what
sig.
it's supposed to
Yeah,
do.
shake and
Exactly.
loaded.
Nope. The opinions expressed on this show are not to be taken.
Exactly.
Don't
Don't
do what
listen
we
to these
say.
guys. Yes. Don't listen to
Yeah,
them.
We
They
don't
don't know
know
what they're
squat
talking
about
about.
safety. Well, the only thing about this is it looks like the holster is set up for right-handed use. So if you're lefty, I don't know if this holster will work for you.
Stop being wrong-handed.
Oh, another thing that this thing is pretty cool. If you haven't noticed, when you put the extended 12 round magazine, it's just the magazine. It doesn't like add a whole back piece, so it doesn't make the back strap longer.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you just stick the mag in and it's there, almost like a pinky extension, but that's it. Like it doesn't go the full size of the grip, the full circumference of the
Well,
grip.
and
Yeah.
it looks like even the small magazine comes with the pinky extension or the standard base plate.
And again, you can use 30 something round. I think they have 30 round magazines or extended magazines for this. I'm not sure how long Canic
That looks, it
Elite
looks
mags
interesting.
are.
I really can't comment on the way these things work because I have very little experience with the actual Canic firearms, but it looks like a nice little gun.
Well, it's hilarious because I pulled up gun deals. It's somewhere I go all the time, and I filtered it out. Just pulling up the Canic handguns. How's this from 279 for a base Canic TP9 SA to their top of the line like 5 and 5 1/4 inch race gun with a 20 round magazine and optics cut 428.
That's
Oh, I'm
actually a
sorry.
pretty cheap price.
Yeah, their high end Canic is their $549 FX Special Forces Extreme Elite. Man, they
Woo,
got every
Special
word.
Forces.
Oh, and Extreme is of course spelled with an X because this is everything 90s.
Sure.
Welcome to Turkey. Comes with two 20 round magazines though, and that kicks the butt. It kicks butt out of any other race gun I know
Wait a minute.
about.
Yeah, this thing's already cut for an optic if you want to drop an optic in there. That's kind of, wow. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm still not a huge fan of Canic overall, just because of some business practices I heard about. But good lord,
What?
I
Because
open
they
up.
gave people $10,000 to review their gun?
Well, there's that, and there's some other things that are not substantiated, so I'm not going to say them. And God forbid we talk about something other than the actual product about a company.
Oh, I don't care about what somebody's opinion is. You gave me one. You gave me 1 star. You can step in front. Never mind.
I mean, it looks like an interesting gun.
I like the idea of Canics. I've dry fired a few of them. I haven't ran any rounds through a Canic that I can remember. But every time I pick it up, I go, "Wow, this isn't bad." But being in Jersey and the amount of time it takes you to get a pistol purchase permit, by the time that comes through, I'm on to something else. You know what I mean? It has,
Mhm.
as much as I find them interesting, it hasn't captivated me long
You
enough to
know,
go, I'm going to go ahead and get this and put in a permit for it.
yeah, and that's that was the thing, man. I bought a revolver at the NRA meeting Friday night. Saturday, I drove to the gun dealer and just walked out with it. And well, it took me 2 hours to gather after I got done BSing with the gun shop owner. But
Yeah.
you never
If it
know
was,
how fortunate you have it until you talk to people from New England or California. You know,
yeah, I mean, it sucks
but
because, yeah, I'd have a whole bunch of other guns if I could actually go in the store and purchase one and walk out
let's see.
because Canic is interesting. Because, I mean, really, for the price of maybe $50 more in the high point, I could check out this gun. And if I didn't like it, I could sell it. And what would I be out of? when you trade it, I'll be out of $50,
Something like that.
$60. Yeah. Okay. That's a gun rental.
I
I decided to come back.
Nobody
thank you,
cared.
Chad.
We ain't
Yeah,
even
we
miss
didn't
you.
miss you.
You guys
The
were
only
doing
thing I'm
great.
interested in is it looks like they give you a plate for the optic. Is that? I'm assuming that's for an RMR.
No, it's for it's for a shield. It's the smaller, compact red dots.
Okay.
What's the width on this? The width on the slide on this?
1.4, I think.
1.5. It says.
So
Yeah,
why
it's
are we
close
cutting
to.
it for that stupid optic? That don't make any sense to me. I get why they did that with the Hellcat and like the 365 because they got a 1-inch wide slide.
Yeah,
But your
this is
slide's
wider.
wider than a Glock slide or a double stack Glock slide. So why
Yeah,
are you cutting it for that
well,
stupid
hold on.
optic?
I
Stop
don't know
being
what
dumb.
the width. I don't know what the width of the slide is. Just because they give the width is 1.45 doesn't mean that's the slide width. That could be the controls sticking off the side,
Yeah, that could be the overall width.
Am I
or even the
back?
grip.
Did I go away?
Yeah. No. I mean, we heard you.
Ooh, no, we heard you.
Okay. All you
I
What are
guys.
you showing there?
I just got a
Chadwick?
delivery of the Mepro Foresight that we
Nice.
talked about. Ooh.
Nice. Is it charged up already? Can you turn it on?
I don't know. I don't even know how to turn it on.
Come on. Turn
Come
on the
on, Grandpa.
foreskin. I mean foresight. Turn on.
You guys are a big help. I
Wait.
don't know. I'm
What
trying
just
to figure
happened?
this out.
What do you mean? What just happened?
Nothing. No, carry on.
Carry on. Oh,
Carry
I think
on.
I have to put a
I
battery in.
mispronunciated. I don't know why you freaking.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
stop with the Janek. I don't live in Turkey. It's pronounced with a C. I don't pronounce it aluminium either. I live in America.
Lunaman?
Aluminium.
Yeah,
I love
don't know.
people. It's pronounced Chanik. I'm like, shut up. It's pronounced Chanik in Turkey. When I'm in Turkey, that's what I'll call it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think you guys
Hey.
talked about that enough, or you got something.
Well, no, somebody dropped a question in the chat about when's Magpul going to come out with a cheaper 320 mag?
Oh,
I'm
yeah, I
gonna
saw
assume
that.
probably not because the SIGs and FN are all metal mags, and I don't think there'd be enough room to put a full size mag in their guns. Since you got to make it out of plastic, and plastic's usually thicker than metal.
Yeah, but the
That could
Glock
be.
mags are metal lined. So, but I see what you're saying with the width. I don't know. Well, you know what though?
See, 'cause-
But AR mags were always metal until Magpul came
Magpul.
around. So,
Yeah.
Never
Yeah,
know.
they might do it. I mean, I'd love to see them come out with something where I don't have to spend $40 for a bleeping FN mag or a SIG mag. Good lord.
Yep. And people wonder why people buy Glocks because my mags are cheaper.
Because everybody and their brother makes accessories for them.
Well, it was funny because with a magazine issue, my CZP-07 and 40 Smith & Wesson, I think those mags were like $43, $45.
Yeah.
And because they're getting rid of them, they had them on sale for $9.99 each.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bought 10 of them.
Oh, I
Awesome.
bet. But the Canik, what do Canik mags normally go for?
no
I
idea.
don't know.
Okay.
No clue.
All right.
I
hold on.
guarantee if you contact Savage over at We Like Shooting, he will tell you how to take a
Nice.
mag from something else and cut holes in it and make it work in the Canik.
Beretta 92s. Beretta 92 mags supposedly work for Canik.
And I bet
wouldn't doubt it.
I bet you they would.
They look like a Breda 92 mag. They look like a Breda magazine.
Yeah, I actually
I'm
was
not
talking
opposed to taking a Dremel tool and cutting a hole in them.
Well, I was talking to the guy at Canik or Century about it because again, I was desperate to try to get these in New Jersey because I thought it was worthwhile. And then of course reality hits.
Yeah, reality hits.
I know a couple guys at Century. We'll talk after the show.
Okay, cool.
You get on it. So, guess what's next? Listener
Oh.
feedback.
All right,
Ooh.
here we go.
Okay. So, this is from iTunes, and it is from Philly BNYR Bunnier. I don't know. He gave us 1 star. It says, "Let how they view companies' cloud reviews."
What?
That's the title.
Okay.
It says,
Listen, boomers and
Hey,
the internet.
Hold on, man. Let them go ahead and read because I don't want to prejudge what this person has to say.
Right. It says it's dangerous to have a review show that is not legit. If they hate a company's politics, they hate every product. They are not someone I will ever trust. That is the review. And I think what they don't get out of that is that yes, probably was due to the Springfield uh what is that Hellcat that we talked
Hellcat.
about, and we said we don't like the company, but yet the Hellcat was probably the best Springfield Armory discussion we ever had, because we all really never had anything bad to say about the pistol.
Right? Even I said I didn't hate it. And I hate
And that's
everything Springfield.
well, you just hate everything. It doesn't have to be Springfield.
Well, yeah, well, fair.
This is 100% the case of someone heard us not like their company and stopped listening immediately to the show for the reasons. And again, the reason, and it's funny because, oh, you can't trust the show. The reason you know we don't like the company is because we are honest enough to tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And the other thing we are honest enough to do after telling you we didn't like it, why we didn't like it, we said nothing but good things about the product. So
Yeah.
I think I
here's what's
said they
funny.
had spotty quality control.
They have had spotty quality control, but my whole thing was we still suggested that this was a decent gun, and we even say we'd buy one used, but we wouldn't financially support the company. So my whole thing is it's amazing how people get pulled into internet fanboy stuff because you don't even know the truth when it punches you in the face. So you can easily get suckered by people who you think are good guys with honest reviews, and they're just paid shills.
Well,
Just saying.
you can spot the XD fanboys like a mile away because they're the just as
Mhm.
good, and typically they're the ones who are running around and they don't understand. Look, so if you don't understand about voting with your wallet, I can't help you. If a company comes out and like legitimately supports, especially a gun company, like Walmart wants to do it, I'm probably still going to shop at Walmart, right? Because I got to get stuff. But when a gun company comes out and supports legislation that is bad for gun owners, that needs to be called out. And if your dumbass can't figure it out, sorry about your luck, bro. I'm sorry, sir, because we know you're a boomer.
Well, my whole thing is, again, you can't critically think. This review had nothing to do with critical thinking. We were honest enough to say we do not like a company, and then we still gave a good review to their, had a discussion and said there was nothing bad that we could find about their product. That's called honesty.
What's hysterical is the reviews he trusts are the dudes who got paid to do them.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't say that. I just,
But we know.
And like we say, we like feedback, good or bad.
Yeah.
It's and
Not. Hey, listen, you give me feedback, I can comment on the feedback, especially when I had to go listen to this show and listen to what I said because we discussed this beforehand. I'm like, well, how do I say I don't like a company, but I find nothing wrong with the product? I think it's important that we explain why we don't like the company and that I find nothing wrong with the product.
Yep. That's pretty much how you say it.
I mean, should we, like we've done in the past, if this guy can figure out how to use the internet, invite him to come on and explain himself? Because no one
I
ever
don't want-
takes us up on that.
No.
I don't want to talk to this person, dude.
Yes.
I'm not wasting my time.
Obviously,
Hey,
he quit listening, right?
That was like I don't know. But yes, we thank you for your feedback. And we were glad that you used to listen to the free podcast.
Yeah, thanks for the one, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what? We will refund the entire cost of you downloading.
I'm just glad he didn't hear our episode when we talked about the Saint.
Yeah, I was the only one that liked that. And
That's
I just
true.
thought it was, well, and that's because it was an okay rifle. It just didn't live up to the hype.
That's the problem we had with it. At least the Hellcat lives up to they didn't hype it up as much, so lives up to what it is.
Yeah, I think they learned a lot from that Springfield
I
Saint
think
thing.
so.
Exactly.
And Tony, do you know
Yo.
what time it is?
Yes, it's time to tell you guys about this coming Thursday, October 17th. Second is for Everyone diversity shoot.
I guess he doesn't know what time it is then.
Yes. So the diversity shoot is coming up this Thursday. Tickets are on sale at diversityshoot.com. They're $20. Come on out. We're going to have some prizes. We're going to have food. We're going to have guns. And to quote Keanu Reeves as Neo, guns, lots of guns. So it's going to be fun. We're going to be talking to people about the Washington rally and gun legislation coming our way after the November elections. Here's a hint, New Jersey. They're talking about banning all semi-automatic rifles. Giggity. So that's what's going on. If you want to support the work we do over at the Second News for Everyone and diversityshoot.com, you can actually go there and donate to our Patreon at 2A4E Podcast on Patreon. You can go to our GoFundMe page and donate there. You can also, again, visit diversityshoot.com and donate via PayPal. Also, I just talked to my t-shirt guy. If you're going to Washington, D.C. for this rally, why don't you pick up one of our $10 rally shirts? I do not get paid on a rally shirt. I get nothing out of a rally shirt except the satisfaction that you're rocking one at an event and being seen in public. Our gun control equals racism t-shirts are $10 shipped. Order one today because the closer you get to the
they
rally.
are so popular that they are coast to coast.
Yep, they are. People have them all over the states, man, and I really appreciate it. Because I know right now, I think everybody but Zane has one.
What do I have?
The gun control equals racism shirt. Yeah, I don't listen to this show either, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't have that.
So,
I have the one you're wearing though.
Yeah, no, you do, and I appreciate it because actually I get like $5 on this one. So it. Thank you. I get a box of 9mm with this. So that's it. Thank you very much. Donate if you can. Just spread our post, listen to our podcast. And I thank you and the listeners every week for allowing me on to talk about this.
Well, if you say so, I guess you're welcome. So send questions, comments, feedback to gungearreview@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe and leave us an iTunes review. Check out all the other great shows on the Firearms Radio Network at firearmsradio.tv. Be sure to visit the Firearms Insider. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Firearms Insider. And thank you for listening to the largest pound for pound podcast on the network. And we are out.
Zane left first.
He skipped out.
Yeah, chump.
Bye, Zane.
Bye, Zane.
Bye,
Not that we
Zane.
care. I can't hear Chad. Ah.
You can't hear Chad.